What causes bloated pipeline coverage? Well, it's a legacy bias. A legacy bias we call the endowment effect. This legacy bias has a sales professional look at past activities and actions as a means of retaining an account because they spent so much time, money, and energy on that particular account, and not using what accountants would call zero-based budgeting, or we'll call zero-based selection. And if you thought about zero-based selection, it means that at this moment in time, regardless of what's happened historically or in the past, if I drew a line in the sand and looked objectively at where the account is today, would I select it if I came into the business brand new? If I didn't have any of that legacy bias, would I actually go after that account? And many times the answer is no. So pipeline coverage, the reason that it's bloated is because sales professionals carry with them that legacy bias. So what can we do? Number one, visualizing the total addressable market and then date stamping that historically, whether you have this on a monthly cadence or for many companies, they use it as their QBR. So forecasting every quarter, what did my forecast look like last quarter versus this quarter? And objectively looking at your ability to forecast. So looking at forecast accuracy. This is going to help the seller quarter after quarter look objectively at their accounts. Now we use an analogy called the drive analogy that has a quadrant of 4 types of accounts. You have park accounts, reverse, neutral, and drive. And we can get into that in a later video, but by analyzing your accounts using this simple analogy, quarter after quarter, you start to recognize that if an account was stuck in park last quarter and the quarter before, well, we need to cut it off at the knees, because if we look at it today, it's still in park. And so it is not an opportunity. And it's objectively looking at those details and trying to remove that legacy bias that's going to help your team.